Good morning. It's Tuesday and I'm back. I think we have some of our technical difficulties resolved. I hope. We'll see. So we had such a great Easter weekend. I don't know about you, but it was just a wonderful time of remembrance. And it's something that we need to do every day, not once a year. But today I want to talk to you about something a little different. You know how when you watch a movie more than once, you skip over some of the bigger parts that you've already seen and you start to notice little smaller details. And the more times you watch it, the more you see something that you think, did they change that? I don't remember seeing that the first time. Same thing applies to reading the Bible. It's not something you just read one time and cast it to the side, because every time I read the Bible, I pick up on something else and I think, wait a minute, do they add that? I don't remember seeing that before. So this happened to me. I was studying for something and reading in Mark and ran across a passage and I thought, I don't remember hearing that before. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought this is something I want to talk about because it's very interesting to me. So, skipping on to something else. I know you guys all have heard of Taylor Swift, right? And her infamous song, Shake It Off, right? Well, she gets a hard rap for a lot of her lyrics involving ex-boyfriends and stuff like that. But this particular song that everybody at some point has said those words, shake it off, shake it off. Well, actually, the lyrics are inspiring. And if you actually look at them, so I printed them out so that I wouldn't mess them up. At one point, she says, because the player's going to play and the hater's going to hate, but I'm just going to shake it off. Okay? She goes on to say, heartbreaker's going to break and the faker's going to fake. Baby, I'm just going to shake it off. Okay, well, you may attribute that to just a silly song, but who said shake it off first? Would it surprise you to know that Jesus did? In Mark 6 and chapter 6, verse 8 through 11, he's talking to his disciples. And he tells them that they are to be going to these different places. They're traveling to these different places. He tells them not to take anything with them except a staff. Don't take any food. Don't take your overnight bag. Don't take any money. Don't take anything. They're basically going to be depending on the kindness of strangers to take them in. He tells them to... in verse 9, wear sandals, but not an extra shirt. Whenever you enter a house, stay there until you leave that town. And then this is the verse I love. Number 11, and if any place will not welcome you or listen to you, leave that place and shake the dust off your feet as a testimony against them. So Jesus tells them basically, leave, shake it off, be gone and move on to something else. If they don't accept you, if they're not welcoming you, move on. So Taylor Swift's silly little song is really not so silly when you think about it like that. A lot of the things in life that stress us out and worry us so much is trying to be accepted by people. Worrying what other people think. Worrying if they're going to open their arms and welcome us. When you have so many things in life, even just trying to build friendships, there is the anxiety of being accepted. I know that teenagers and kids growing up deal with this And we all know that they deal with this going into school, peer pressure, but adults do too. You don't leave the peer pressure thing once you graduate high school. It's not a magic number 12 and all of a sudden there's no peer pressure anymore. Peer pressure still exists today in workplace, in friendships, even within churches. I would like to say, if you are in a church and you feel like you are constantly not measuring up or being judged or put in a position where you're feeling anxiety, maybe you need to seek out another church body, because the church body is where you're supposed to be able to go to commune with other believers, to build each other up and strengthen each other. And there have been times in my life that I have been in a church building that made me feel like I wasn't welcome. And that's not God. That doesn't come from God at all. 100%. That's people. And people make mistakes. And people have issues that they're still struggling to deal with. So, like Jesus said, shake it off. Move on somewhere else. Just like it never happened. Shake the dust off your shoes and keep rolling. Keep going. Shake it off, and when in doubt, maybe you should click over on Taylor Swift and take a listen to her song for inspiration, and just envision that in your head every time you're in a position where you are truly feeling the stress and the worry of trying to be accepted. Shake it off. And that's our thought for today.